As marine scientist, the aquatic environment is our playground in which I focus on fisheries. Fishing, a rather simple practice with low impact decades ago. But with our growing knowledge and know-how, fishing boats became motorized, bigger, and capable of catching fish in a highly efficient way. This resulted in a pressure on our fish stocks, with populations declining in number. To regulate fishing practices, the EU follows the Common Fisheries Policy, with guidelines towards a sustainable fleet. In the Belgian fleet, some vessels had to hand in capacity. But our fleet is in transition towards sustainability. But how can we now measure the progress and how sustainable we are? And how much longer before we reach the finish line? And this is where the Valduvis project pops in. The last 2.5 years, an ILVO team of researchers developed the Valduvis Sustainability Star, which is in fact a radar chart which visualizes the scores for 14 different sustainability indicators. The more sustainable the fishing activity for that particular issue, the better the score and the bigger the pie. It's also important to point out that when using the word sustainability, we take into account the 3 pillars, planet, people and profit, which is also reflected in our star. The green pie slices visualize the ecological indicators, such as fish stock, discards, bottom impact, and so on. The blue, or social indicators, give us more information about the animal welfare, safety on board, and remuneration. And in the end, we still want our business to last in the future, so we have yellow or economic indicators that reflect the health of the enterprise. But how do we now produce such a sustainability star? First of all, we need data about our unit of assessment, the fishing trip. Fishing trips are characterized by a couple of parameters: the fishing vessel, the fishing gear, the target species and catch composition, and the fishing area. And while fishing, these data are filled in the electronic logbook on board of the fishing vessel called eCatch. This stream of data is then sent to ILVO, where a team of researchers calculates the appropriate scores. In a third step, these real-time scores are visualized and the sustainability star is then ready to use. But how can these scores now being used? First of all, Valduvis is a very useful monitoring tool. You see here, for example, the results for the indicator fish stock. In 2013, almost 50% of the volume of Belgium landed fish came from healthy populations. Using the indicators, scientists can monitor the progress towards sustainability, but can also advise policymakers which fishing practices should be supported or abandoned. Valduvis can also be used as an information tool to provide information about sustainably caught fish from catch to plate. We see that consumers are more and more interested in knowing where and how their fish is caught. Having a system that can give this information can create new market opportunities for Belgian fishermen that are doing efforts towards more sustainable fishing. And then maybe the most important of the 3 is Valduvis as a learning tool. Valduvis can bring scientists and fishermen together to talk about their scores and discuss how they can be improved in the future. The Valduvis team already organized such a session, and this tool looks very promising both for fishermen as for scientists. And in the end, or rather conservative fisherman, uninterested in his impact on the marine ecosystem and focusing on his own turnover, can, by using this Valduvis tool, be empowered to take some initiatives towards a more sustainable fishing fleet. And in this way, fish stocks can rebuild and our ecosystem can regain a proper balance, which will not only make us, marine scientists, happy, but maybe the fishermen even happier.